Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook. Today I'm here to show you the Paloma Thyroid Test Kit. I've talked about my Hashimoto's disease in previous videos. I have a autoimmune hypothyroid disease called Hashimoto's disease, and it's in a flare right now, and really has negatively impacted my life in so many ways over the past couple of years. And I'm in the process of working with Paloma Health to get my thyroid under control. We moved quite a ways, an hour and 20 minutes or so away from my endocrinologist, which I've been seeing for a long time. I don't even know now, 20 years. And instead of trying to find myself a new doctor here, I looked online to see if I could find an online doctor, with telehealth being such a big thing nowadays, and I really didn't think my thyroid was a problem. I thought I had other things going on with my health, and I just needed a prescription refill. But it turns out I'm in a flare. My Hashimoto's disease is a little bit out of control, and because I was able to get that information from Paloma, I decided to utilize them to try to get it under control. So I've had a couple of blood tests by them already. I have met with one of their doctors in a Zoom call. They do telemedicine. So you talk to them over video chat. They increased my dosage, and now I'm about to get my blood tested again so we can see if the new dose of my Synthroid, which is what I take for my Hashimoto's disease, has if I'm at least going in the right direction. If not, if my numbers are not now within normal limits, we'll see. But I want to show you guys this because I think this is such a wonderful resource for us. And if you don't currently have a doctor, or you don't seem to be getting the help that you need from your doctor, I did interview a Paloma doc recently, which I will put that whole conversation on my YouTube channel. It was a video interview with her. We talked all about the prevalence of Hashimoto's disease specifically, but hypothyroid in general, and how underdiagnosed or misdiagnosed it is, that a lot of doctors who don't specialize in it really don't know what they don't know. And so there are a lot of people out there suffering from symptoms of this autoimmune disease, but not being treated because their numbers don't fit within the textbook definition, which is, as we who suffer from autoimmune disease know, sometimes we're anomalies. Sometimes we don't fit into a little box, and our numbers sometimes come back fine on labs, but we're not fine. And so I really want you guys to know about this resource. I think it's fabulous. So let's open up this together, and you can see what comes in the kit if you are to order it. I do have a coupon code in the description for you. There's a link. You can use that to get $30 off. These tests are usually $99. You can get it for $69, and that includes everything that you need to get your blood tested, sent to them, and your results. So it's just a flat $69 with my coupon. Let's go. So in the box, you will receive a beautiful butterfly sucker. This is so beautiful. I've actually this is my third test. My 15-year-old son ate my other two suckers. I had to make sure he didn't eat this one before I had a chance to do this video. So this is going to him. But just a fun little, our thyroid is in the shape of a butterfly. That's the significance of this. Just a cute little touch that they offer. A little thank you card that they send for ordering and telling you a little bit about Paloma and the services that they offer. There is a recipe for a gluten-free mug cake. This is the same recipe that's come in all of my kits so far. And gluten is one of the things that we're told not to eat when we have autoimmune diseases. Gluten is, in my opinion, not healthy for anyone, but especially if you have autoimmune disease. There is the instructions for the blood test. So it's going to tell you everything you need to know, all of the ingredients, all of the contents of the kit, information that you need to know before you start, what you need to do to take your blood, all of that, what happens with it. It's just really comprehensive. Great information. All of the tools that you need for the test. It is a finger prick test, so they've got little lancets so you can do a finger stick. My stepdaughter has type 1 diabetes, so I'm very familiar with finger sticks. And then you've got your blood spot card. So what you do with this is you prick your finger and then you put drops of blood in all of these little circles, and that's it. You let it dry, you close it up, you put it inside this biohazard bag, and there's a prepaid envelope. You just drop it in the envelope and you mail it. Very, very easy. And then they've got a little video. So on the card in here, it gives you a link. You can go watch, and they email this to you as well. You get information via email. They'll let you know when your kit's on its way, give you tracking. Once you have it, they'll send you a link so that you can register your kit. So you'll want to register your kit once you get it online. And this is a video in case you learn better by watching a video. You can read instructions, you can watch a video, but it walks you through everything that you need to know. It's honestly one of the best things. So let me show you how to use it. Since some people are really squeamish about medical things and blood and things like that, I am not going to show you the whole process of this. But I will just tell you what I have found to be helpful in making this as easy as possible. So first of all, I wash my hands, and the instructions recommend that you run your hands under warm water for a couple of minutes. That is going to get your circulation going, get your blood flow going, and make it a lot easier to get the blood sample that you need from your finger. If you're not familiar with all of this, doing finger pricks and things like that, that is going to be really helpful. The other thing that I like to do is I like to hang my arm at my side, so just hang it down so that the blood is flowing down to my hands for a couple of minutes. Kind of shake your arm out and, you know, kind of do this with it, and that's going to get the blood flowing. If it's typically easy for someone to take your blood, you might not need to go through all of this, but you just want to make sure you have the best shot at getting it the first time. So these are some tips that I found to be really, really helpful. I also, when I'm about to do it, I kind of snap my fingers a few times just to kind of, again, get the blood flowing, those kinds of things. Those are my main tips for you guys. Then I would recommend that you stand up when you do it. You've got the card down below. This isn't hard, you guys. I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm just trying to say, my daughter with type 1 diabetes, sometimes she would have to prick her finger a couple of times to get the blood sample that she needed, because she would just go for it. So I'm just trying to give you guys some of that insider knowledge so that you don't find yourself having to prick your finger more than once. I have not had to do that on either time that I did this. One time was all it took. They do send you with 2 regular lancets, and I don't remember what this one's called, but it's like for people who are tough. So I've only had to use the one of these, and it's really easy. And then all you do is you just snap this off, or twist it off, and then there's no needle visible. Once you put it on your finger and push it in, then it'll poke your finger. I think most people have had this done before when they do like a hemoglobin check at the doctor's office, so we're all pretty familiar with it. It's a really quick prick. It's definitely not any worse than getting your blood drawn. And if you're gonna have your thyroid tested, you're either gonna have to have a vial or 2 of blood drawn out of your arm, or you're gonna do this. And in my interview with the Paloma doctor, I did ask about that and just why this is, every time I've ever gone to get my labs done for my endocrinologist, I've always had minimum of 1 vial of blood drawn, but there have been times I've had 2 or 3. And so how can 5 little drops of blood on this card equal that? And so she explains it, and it makes a lot of sense. And so I'm really grateful for this opportunity to do this, as opposed to paying for a lab visit, paying for a doctor visit, all of those things. And depending on your insurance, a lot of that's coming out of your own pocket. I know it does out of mine. We have a very, very high deductible. And so typically we don't meet that deductible every year. And so we pay for all of this out of our own pocket. So it's nice to have that cost reduced by doing it this way. So anyway, that's my tips for you guys. So you do it, you stand above the card, maybe stand up, and then you just do, you know, basically I just kind of squeeze my finger and make sure that I've got the blood kind of dripping, and then I just kind of squeeze the drops onto the card. If you feel like you need to practice on a piece of paper or a paper towel or something, that's fine, but it's really not that hard and it doesn't take a whole lot of blood. Probably, I would say maybe 2 or 3 drops on each of these. So it's a little bit more than just 1 drop, and that's why I say, you know, get that blood flowing, warm your hands up, all of that. So, but once it gets going, you should be able to get that amount, no problem. Make sure you're well hydrated, drink a lot of water. If you don't typically drink a lot of water, I would suggest for the 24 hours before, but at least for a few hours before you test, drink a lot of water. That will also help. Make sure you're hydrated. But once you do it, you just seal it up, drop it in an envelope, mail it off, and wait for your results. Really could not be easier. Let me know if you have any questions about this at all, and don't forget about the coupon code down in the instructions to save you $30. And I hope if you're struggling right now with any kind of health condition, my prayers are with you. I understand completely, and I really hope that this could be something that will be really, really useful in your journey to feeling better. I'll talk to you guys soon.